Faerie Protective Services, Chapter 5. I blinked sunspots out of my eyes and realized that it wasn't the whole world that had exploded, just the parts of it that touched the cobalt blue streak of lightning whipping out from Tati's fingertips. The bolt of lightning snaked across the highway. Forks of electricity branched off and latched onto a car that was driving nearby before jumping to the next car and the next one in a chain of crackling energy. The blast was enough to make at least one sedan's tires pop, and peels of smoke issued from a charred layer of paint. Tati turned back to me with a smile on her face. That should slow them down. 3 more bullets slammed into the glass of the half-lowered window, while a fourth shot through the now open gap and passed so close to Tati's face that her hair flew up in its wake. The bullet kept going, ricocheted off the inside surface of my own window, and sank into the bucket seat cushioning by my shoulder. "Close the window," I shouted, and Tati fumbled with the window crank until we were sealed back up. Goddamn Faye, I thought as my heart tried to beat its way out of my chest. Whatever the hell she just done, it hadn't done us any good. I looked close at her window and saw the cracks from all the separate impacts starting to overlap. The glass was strong, but couldn't take much more of this treatment. I scanned the highway ahead of us for exits again, and saw that the nearest was still a mile away. A mile was nothing when it came to a leisurely drive, but it was an eternity to get through in the middle of a gunfight. I scanned for shooters next, and again found nothing. At this time of day, the road ahead and behind us was filled with almost too many cars to count. Any one of them could have held the shooter sitting in wait. Something to my left caught my eye. I looked again at the road, though the traffic on my side of the road, the one that fed into downtown, was packed at this time of day. The left-hand lane that led out of town was almost completely empty. It was a wide, open space, less than 20 feet away. The only thing between me and it was a row of waist-high concrete blocks, marking the median between the opposing lanes of traffic. I thought of the reason I'd armored up a Jeep instead of a more traditional SUV. While souped-up Escalades were more comfortable, they were a far cry from all-terrain. The same suspension that had sent us bouncing over every crack in the road had also been designed to carry the whole vehicle through boulder-filled ravines. The concrete median was no boulder, but I was pretty sure that my Jeep could treat it just the same. "Seatbelts!" I shouted as I whipped the wheel to veer sharply into the furthest left lane. Bullets again missed Tati's window and sparked off the Jeep's more armored sides. I checked the rearview mirror, judged the distance between me and the nearest car at my back, then slammed on the brakes, dropping our speed to a mere 15 miles per hour. Another bullet hit the window, but by then I was already aiming my Jeep's overbuilt bumper towards the concrete divider that split the east and westbound lanes. The Jeep thumped into the concrete and let out a low groan of protest until switching from automatic to four-wheel drive. The tires caught traction on the concrete, and the next thing I knew, we climbed up and over into the opposite lane. We were free to maneuver now. We had a chance. I switched back to automatic, floored the gas, and sprinted towards the nearest off-ramp exit. Nothing followed us but the sound of drivers honking horns in the distance. This has been Faerie Protective Services, Chapter 5, read by the author, me, Robert McKinney. I really like picking up speed with these. I really like making these audio dramas. Maybe one day I'll do some cool stuff like add sound effects, but for right now, I just really like the kind of cool, constant vibe that's going on with this. If you like what you heard and you want to have more, you don't have to wait for the next video to come out, although it is coming, I promise you. Instead, you can also just embrace your impatience. Go to Amazon.com and find the full series of full Auto Faerie already there online. You can get it in 2 different versions. There's the full 20-book series called Faerie Protective Services. It's a 20-book series, and every single story in it is great. Fast-paced, action-packed, urban fantasy thrills. Or if you want to get it all at once, you can go for the box set. They are called Full Auto Faerie, Parts 1 through 5. If you pick them up all at once, they're a little bit cheaper than getting them one by one of the books, but I know some people don't like to commit like that, so that's fine. Whatever works for you is what works for you. And yeah, until next time, you guys stay safe out there.